Well, it is a very good morning from me, Neil Morrice, connecting with you on this Thursday, the 9th of May. Today is the second leg of the May meeting on the Rudy, and I actually have a free bet for you today that isn't running there. It's running at Chelmsford this evening in the 8:30, so you've got to wait a long time for this horse. But believe me, I think this is one that will be worth waiting for. Indeed, it looks to be extremely well handicapped on what it's done at home, at least. I know this is its first run in a handicap, but when you find out more about this horse, which you will in a second, I'm sure that you will vehemently agree with everything I'm trying to tell you. Now, aside from the free bet, there are 3 private client bets that have gone out, and if these 3 roll up into a treble, well, it comes to something like 35 to 1. They're running at Brighton, and indeed one of them at Chester today. To get those names, there are 2 options. Either you click the £5 pay link, which gives you, for the sum of £5, all 3 of those horses' names immediately winged to your private email addresses, or alternatively, you can, of course, come into the gate pass. There are still around 3 weeks of the May gate pass remaining. That costs £40, and if you come in, you get my private client bets for the rest of the month, which indeed is value at the price, considering that the gate pass is having a rattling good time of things through the year. And even though we did have a blank day yesterday, these horses today are really top notches. I'm very confident that we're going to make money. Now let's look at the 8:30 race at Chelmsford. Normally Chelmsford isn't a track where I go to try to have a decent bet, but I am doing tonight because the King's Reaching High, well, he is a giant of a horse, a real shell last season when he was a 2-year-old, but now he's a horse who is growing into his frame. And when he ran at Windsor the other day, it was a purely educational run. He was, of course, trying, but he certainly wasn't knocked about. And if you look at that race, it was a great way to get him a handicap mark, or an initial mark, as he does in this handicap this evening. Reaching High, I think if you can get around 5 to 2 this morning, you'll be doing well. I think there'll be money for him. He is a win bet. Reaching High. Let's hope he lives up to his name in the colours of the King and Sir Michael Stout this evening. And until I come back to re-record this message at the same time, 9 o'clock tomorrow, with my news on the final day of Chester, it's Neil saying have a great day ahead.